Hi guys, this is Starcraft and welcome to the series of Starcraft English commentary produced by me. This is gonna be once again KCM 2024 Season 2 Week 1, the first week of the season. And so far Light is doing really well contrary to his performance in the ASL group, I think it was the Group D matches that he played just a few days ago. Third game, Action versus Light, and the map is gonna be Radeon, 4-player map, and we will have the two players spawning in the bottom side of the map here, with Action in the red color at the bottom right and Light in the blue color at the bottom left. Over on spawning, scouting in the wrong direction from Action, Light is coming up with an SCV. He's gonna go and make a forward barracks, and if it looks to me like Action is going for an early spawning pool, then we will see a kind of quick rush from Light here with some Marines pushing forward to try to inflict a little bit of damage against the Zerg. Yeah, it looks like the drone is going to come down to go for the 12 hatchery here. So with a bit of luck, Light might be able to win just right. But usually these days, Terran can never win just right. Just right there, because Zerg is just so good with the drone defense. Anyways, we shall see where is the SCV heading towards. So he's heading towards the bottom right of the screen. So already everything is working out very nicely for Light here. We have a drone coming out to scout as well. The drone, will it attack the SCV? That's going to be the question. Looks like he's not attacking. And I wonder, why doesn't the Zerg player try to actually babysit the drone when he goes for scouting like that? Because he can actually attack that SCV a couple of hits, maybe 2 or 3 hits. A player like Mini would be so careful to attack with his probe every time he go out to scout. But it looks like Action is not doing that. Anyways, we will have the barracks start to make some Marines. Supply depot completing the wall, but he won't need that wall for some time. What he will need is just a lot of Marines here. Action is aware of the situation. He might attack the SCV a little bit just to gain a couple of shots. Yeah, spawning pool is only about 50% done, so we shall see at least 1 or 2 Marines. This SCV is revealing himself onto the ramp here. He's actually showing to his enemy that he's not yet making a bunker. I wonder if that is a mistake or a deliberate attempt by Light to actually not do that kind of move. But anyways, he takes his command center. So these Marines, it's just a cautionary kind of, just a kind of showy behavior. He's actually not gonna put down a bunker, not attacking. We might have, okay, looks like the drone is gonna try to get on the ramp. He tried to hold it. Yeah, but some Zerling is gonna be coming out. Looks like the Marine is gonna return home. This is a kind of a very odd build here from Light. Why wouldn't he just try to push forward with some Marines and put down a bunker? Maybe this map is not favorable for that kind of rushes. If you're a Terran player, please let me know why, with the forward barracks and a very nice scouting timing from Light, he did not put down a bunker to attack there. Instead, it's just gonna go and take his command center and play from there. Leg coming down from Action. Only 4 Zerlings. The SCB see exactly how many Zerlings there are. I think 4 Marine beat 4 Zerlings, right, if they attack correctly, if they get the initiative and attack first. Looks like the Marine is going to try to return home a little bit here because the fear of Zerling with speed is also rather high. Third hatchery comes down, and the game is going to transition nicely into a very standard game here. Second barracks on the high ground for Light and taking a lot of gas and going for Academy. Finally, the Zerlings try to push forward. His 6 Zerlings chasing an SC. The SC is very close to dying, but no, at the last minute it turns around. Alright, it looks like the game is gonna move on nicely. Here SCV is getting transferred towards the expansion. Marines are returning, and the scouting SCV for Light is still alive, checking out the middle of the map for some kind of critical information. Alright, looks like Light is just gonna stay envisioned here, building up his economy, going for his upgrades, and he might apply a bit of pressure with the first 2 medics arrive here. But for the time being, only 2 barracks, and we might have a backstab here from Action. Do we have some firebat to block the entrance? Not so sure about that just yet, but anyways, Zerlings don't have speed, so they run kind of slowly. We have, I think, Sunkens getting created in the front. Only 1 Sunken so far from Action, and Spire is going to be coming up, and the SV sees exactly the timing of the Spire, so he would know whether to actually dive forward and try to take some hits against the defense line for the Zerg player, or just stay at home with his Marines and try to fight the incoming mutualists here. 1 Zerling gets sniped. The game is going to continue from here. We are at the 5th minute mark again. 27th Psy for Action, 43 for Light, which is very standard of these timings here. Now the question for us is going to be, where is third base for the Zerg player? Usually he would try to take it at the top right, but we do not count out a kind of a hidden base somewhere, for example the top left or maybe the 12 o'clock position. We have 4 Zerglings coming in with speed here. The 5-bat, we need to be very, very careful, but it looks like the Zerglings are going to be better to come out here. The second Sunken is arriving. The Medic Marines are kind of very strong. SCV moving first to actually take the hit from the Sunken, and indeed he does take the hit. Medic Marines are attacking the other Sunken first, which is it a bad idea? Looks like not enough Marine to penetrate, and Light pulls back and just the right mid. I really love that SCV dive, and that SCV took the first hit was so critical. Anyways, 5-bat coming out to save the day once again, and we actually desperately need to have some medic in there to actually heal the 5-bats as well as the Marines. And now we're going to be having the Mutualist game. We have how many Mutualists in the expansion of action? We shall see. I don't see any turrets anywhere. Okay, now we have the turret at the expansion. We already have the Mutualists arriving though. Very quick. Let's see. There's enough Medic Marines actually to be actually covering for the turret, so that's fine. The Mutualists are going to try to dive inside the main. On the choke, we don't have any turret just yet. Marine's gonna start to come onto the ram. He just buy some time. Does he make a bunker in the front? We don't see the bunker in the front, just a 5-bat. And I always advise the 10 player to go for bunker, even though they're so good and they think that they are just gonna be able to defend nicely here. 8 Mutualists come in and they're gonna dive to attack the SCVs. I think that's way too many hits that the Mutualists are taking from the turrets here, but 3 SCVs are destroyed in the process. Marines returning and they're pushing forward. Oh my god, another SV get caught in the action. A little bit unfortunate there for Light to lose 5 or 6 SVs because they're just way out of position. But anyways, this push for the Medic Marines is gonna try to pull the Mutualist back slightly here. We don't have the third base though from the Zerg. We might have a backstop from action. Action coming forward with some Zerglings. What do we have here? Just some turrets getting destroyed. Marines not in the right number here. They come down the ramp, but they're gonna get surrounded by the Zerglings, which is really unfortunate. But they will get on the high ground. The Zerglings here. They're gonna try to attack more Medic Marines. No, looks like they go for the turrets in the main, or possibly just go for some SCVs. Which is kind of a pathetic attempt if you ask me from action to do some damage. He could have done so much more damage from the expansion if you just try to focus a little bit on the turrets there. Anyways, we have some juggling of position in the middle of the map. The Mutualists are numbering around 8 still not, and we don't see any kind of additional Mutualists from actually. Is he gonna try to rush too high? Because he should have more Mutualists by now. He didn't lose any Mutualists in the previous harassments, but yeah, there's still just 8 Mutualists to start. We're seeing some drones making a hatchery at the top right here. Alright, looks like Light has got up to starport. He's gonna make his science facility. Second engineering bay upgrades are coming very nicely. We actually start to amass in large number here, attacking the turrets, but I don't feel like the angled attack is actually that nice for action, and that turret is gonna get saved. So not a lot of action done here by action. Not yet taking the third base, and finally he plants it down at the top right of the map. Hive coming up as well. We have a single 5-bat to come out there. He will discover that hatchery. Only 7 Mutualists are in the area here. So what has action been doing with his additional gas? I mean, he's kind of saving up his gas, and no upgrades on the Mutualist either. Very interesting kind of build. I mean, he need to actually have like really quick hive. This is what he's going for. Mutualists are coming out, and they get chased towards the 9 o'clock position. Alright, looks like the 5-bat for some unknown reason has not yet discovered the hatchery. Maybe it did and it turns around, not so sure. But we will have some other major engagements here in the middle of the map. Looks like action has amassed a lot of Zerglings in the process though. He might try to go out there and do a sandwich on that group of Medic Marines. That's a lot of Zerglings. Medic Marines, they gotta be very careful. The Mutualists see exactly where they're located. Look at the red blurb of stuff from the north side. They might try to come down south. Mutualists are waiting to dive in, and that's gonna push Light to keep some of his Medic Marines at home here. Looks like +1 weapons is finally done on the Mutualists. Not yet attacking. Stim from the Medic Marines. Action is waiting outside very patiently with his Zergling. He's gonna dive in. Is he gonna dive in? Looks like he's not. He's not yet diving in. Now he's gonna dive in. Some Medic Marines on the high ground are not engaged in the battles. And these Zerglings get pushed back, and Light is just so good. He's so agile, moving his forces back and forth very nicely. A very annoying Marine gets taken out, and the game is going to continue for me. We are at the 9-minute mark of the game, and Light is 89 supply. Action is 73, scanning the top left. He doesn't find anything. Does he not know that there's a base at the top right? He must know, man. He must know, because he's got his 5-bat in that area. Anyways, 9 missions are still doing a lot of battles here in the middle of the map. The 5-bat has started to move again. Maybe if we go towards the top right, a lot of Zerglings are getting created with +1 carapace. Looks like Light is being very patient. He doesn't want to push forward and lose all of his Medic Marine, which is a nice move. Finally, we have Ultras Caverned. Do we have Defilers, or is just gonna go for Ultralinks? This is a very interesting choice of tech here that Action has opted for. We have a Firebat that gets on the high ground. These drones will have to run for its life because the Firebat himself is still very strong. One drone not yet destroyed. The Firebat goes for Stim, but not able to destroy that that drone here. We're going to be having Zerlings coming around to actually surround. If the Zerlings can try to surround the Firebat, it would be great here. Looks like, yeah, we do have some Zerlings attacking, and that's going to be the end of that Firebat. A long and heroic sacrifice here. Action 82 supply, Light 110. He might get ready to move out though, Light. He's got double science vessels. Is he actually gonna go for drops at some point, or is he just gonna stick with the ground army here? Looks like a lot of Scourges are already been made for Action. He doesn't have to worry so much about drop because the drop angle is not so good for Light here to access Action's main. He needs to fly all the way around towards the 4 o'clock position and then dive down south. Anyways, the first major Terran push commences now. That force is sizable, but the Zerlings can try to get a nice sandwich here. Some Sunkens gonna get created. Very funny. The Queen's, what is it? The Queen's nest is in the front, and the Mutualists are not reacting. Now they react, but so many Mutualists have been damaged in the process. Only 8 Mutualists remain. Alright, looks like a lot of Mutualists were damaged in that process. Zerlings are gonna try to go around the map. We have the first Ultras of the game. Nades Canal connecting some of the bases for Action, and he's building up a very nice supply of Ultralists. This is what he's saving the gas for. Very nice distribution of gas, actually, to prioritize more Ultralist production in the later part of the game and not so much Mutualist production in the early stages of the game here. He's got 4 Ultras already. He's got to be very careful because this Bio Ball is still very strong. Sunkens are quite numerous. 6 Sunkens, but he doesn't go for Lurkers, he doesn't go for Defilers. The only thing he's got are Zerglings, Mutualists, and Ultralists here. Looks like Line has decided against the attack. It's just so many Sunkens getting created. Firebats walking into their deaths here. We have a huge ball in the middle that attacks, and these Mutualists are so damaged. Terrible split from Action. He's behind by what it looks to me like a 40 supply difference here. A lot of Zerglings are still alive and running around, so this is something that Light needs to be kind of careful about, because if he pushes too hard, he might find himself flanked as the Zerlings attack the front door. This is what's happening right now. Looks like Action decided to attack the front door of Light. No, he turns around at the last minute here. This ball has finally reached the ramp here. Action is completely oblivious. His forces are not in position to intercept. He sees that forces are moving on the high ground. He needs to kind of circumvent and attack. Looks like we're going to be having some major battles here, but it's just so much bio as well as so much science vessels here. None of the forces are coming out of the Nidus Canal. A single drone comes out of Nidus Canal. What the heck, man? That was so bad. Now we have 3 Ultralists, and the rest of the Zerg force is going to be on the low ground. This medic is going to form an unbreakable wall here on the ramp. Very nice medic wall. And the game is going to be very close to GG. It's going to be impossible for Action to come back. He's behind by 50 supply. The only chance he's got is to go for a counter attack. He might decide to do that just now. He's got so many Ultralists coming from all sides. He might also decide to take a freaking hidden base somewhere. But before that, you need to break this. This Medic Marine can kind of return home now, I think. They're attacking fiercely. The attack at the expansion of Light is going to be worth watching a little bit more here. Looks like we have some nice defense from Light, and he pushes all of his forces back. So many science vessels, and GG from Light. Thank you for watching. If you like this video, buy me coffee. See you soon. Bye-bye.